Okay, the last time we were together, we had a heart cell right here, and it had a large amount of sodium on the outside, a little amount of sodium on the inside, a large amount of potassium on the inside, and a little bit of potassium out here. Then we hit it with an electrical charge great enough that all those gates opened, and what we ended up with was a lot of sodium rushing in and a lot of potassium rushing out. And now we want to reset things because we can't contract the muscle again until we reset these things. So over here, here's our muscle. Those sodium and ion channels have closed, and now we're trying to move sodium out and potassium back in. We still have a huge amount of potassium on the outside, and so what we need is another kind of movement device, and it's going to look like this, and there's going to be a bunch of them in the cell, and we're going to call this the sodium potassium pump. It requires ATP. It has to use energy to work because it's going to pump against the concentration gradient, meaning that it's going to take Na and it's going to move it out of the cell. But there's still a huge amount of Na out in your body. So there's huge Na out here, and we're trying to move more sodium, more Na out. That takes energy. We have to have a pump. It's kind of like moving water uphill. What happened over here, well, let's see, from here to here, is kind of like pouring water downhill. It doesn't take any energy. You just let the water go. It will find the lowest spot. Here we're trying to move water uphill, so we're going to have to carry it. We're going to have to use energy, and we will move the sodium out. We'll also take the potassium and we'll move it back in. Again, this is called the sodium potassium pump. Once the sodium potassium pump is done, if you think about it, we will be in our usual state with a whole bunch of potassium here and a little bit of potassium out here, and as usual a whole bunch of sodium out here and just a little bit of sodium on the inside. Once we're in this state, we're back to where we began, and we can then do this again. And just keep in mind that when the ions are moving in and out from here to here, what's happening is a contraction. The cell gets shorter, and each cell touching another cell, all the cells get shorter, your muscle contracts. This is how muscles work, whether they're your biceps or the muscles that move your eyes around, or the muscle that makes your heart move blood. They all work the same way.